It's the first of two models. Actually, I'm not starting off at the beginning. I've already completed painting and pre-shading a monogram A-10 Thunderbolt 2 1/48 scale, and I'm in the process now of working on the Tamiya A-10 Thunderbolt 2, also 1/48 scale. So what I want to do is I want to do the side-by-side comparison of the fitting, the difference between the fuselage fitting on the monogram and the fuselage fitting on the Tamiya. And so far, the Tamiya, there are also differences with the first one with the monogram. You built the cockpit, put everything together, and then built the fuselage. And on this one, it looks like it's telling me on the first step, obviously, build the fuselage, and then the cockpit comes secondary, and it looks like it's inserted through the lower fuselage area and inserted up in here. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that actually fits in there, glues in now. But now what I've done is I've got this glued up, used some Teasters, non-toxic, the liquid cement here. I like the Tamiya extra thin. That tends to work better with the smaller parts and stuff, but for the main fuselage, the wings and the main pieces here, the larger pieces, I'll go to the actual cement. It just tends to bond better. Takes a little longer to dry, so we'll leave that there. But this, like I said, this is going to be the second part, their second model here. The first one, let me pull this one out. Okay, the first one. Here, let me put these aside so I don't cut myself. So let me put these. Okay, this is the first one. This is the monogram here. As you can see, I've already done the pre-shading. I've done the sky gray color, and I've also done some panel lining and some panel scribing here on the paint side. For the most part, it had some problems with the fitting on the lower fuselage here. Had some issues with right here at the front landing gear. Had to do some putty there, some putty work. And then in the lower back section here, the engine compartment, had to do some putty work. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. But right here, this line here, had to do some filler work. And it still looks like I need to do some filler work there. But this here should be done. I just finished the landing gear, the lower section here. And we'll go back to this one, but while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'll probably end up coming back to this and working on that. And this thing here looks like it's moved off. Okay. But yeah, we're going to see we'll do a side-by-side comparison and see how these things fit together. For the most part, the Tamiya is definitely, the fitting itself is definitely better quality. The plastic seems the same. Both of them came modeled in this looks like a forest green. I'm going to do both with the sky gray. I'm not going to do any camo job on this one. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how that cockpit fits in here, because like I said, with the monogram cockpit here called for it to be pre-built and then fuselage around that, where this one with the Tamiya, I've already painted the interior with the sky gray, which the instructions called for. Painted the Tamiya with the sky gray on the inside, and it looks like, after we fold this, it'll just insert here, and that's what I'm working on now. But for the most part, the flashing seems to be good. The mold here seems to be good. And if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave me something in the comment box. I'm going to go through some of the equipment that I use. This is kind of a temporary setup here, as just kind of moved in. So I've kind of taken over one of the rooms here and don't have all my stuff set up that I'd like to, but most of the stuff set up here. So I'll start producing some more videos and getting some more videos out there as far as the tools and equipment I used and some of the brands that I've switched over to. Actually, I was using the Model airbrushing, and I was having a lot of seemed like the difficulties was the thinning issues. Some of them were thicker, some of them were a little thinner. So there was really never a great ration for how much thinner to use on the different paint styles, different colors. The grays seemed to be drying a lot quicker, so I started making my own premixes with the airbrush paint flow. So I went out and actually started buying Tamiya, and I'll cover some other stuff like that. But I'm switching everything over to the Tamiya now. It seems to work a lot better with my airbrushing. It seems to work a lot better with airbrushes and stuff, and I'll show that systems later. But for right now, we've got this one. We've got the Monogram A-10. Oh, see, I done bent that right there. We've got the Monogram A-10 already pre-shaded, and the first coat with some panel lining done. And we'll put this to the side. And I've got the second one, which is the Tamiya 148 A-10 Thunderbolt 2. Also be painted similar. And we'll go from there. So thank you for watching.